It's a proposal that would pour more money into the St. Joseph County Sheriff's Department.
It would increase the budget by $1 million. Now, WSBT-22's Patrick Roth is here. And Patrick, both sides say there are some things that will require more spending.
That's right, Rick. The courthouse in St. Joseph County is being expanded, so the Sheriff's Department is going to have to add more staff for that. And that'll cost about $200,000. But the far bigger question is what's to be done with the county jail? It's budget time in St. Joseph County. And while several departments work to finalize their budgets, it's the Sheriff's Department that's looking for a big increase in spending. And for one reason in particular, the jail.
Well, part of the problem is he's understaffed right now, and he's got some federal mandates that he's got to be at certain staffing levels, and he can speak to this much more clearly than I can, but my understanding is he's having a difficulty reaching those minimums.
Just because we're short-staffed in the jail, and we're paying a lot of overtime because of the staffing.
The sheriff says part of the problem is correctional officers are leaving for better paying jobs elsewhere. So police officers from St. Joseph County have to fill in, and they wind up getting paid overtime. And to address that, he wants to see more money going to adding staff and increasing salaries at the jail.
We are actually well over our budgeted amount, and we are spending so much money on the overtime that it's getting to the point where, you know, it's almost a wash.
So the hope is if we can get more workers in the jail, we can kind of bottom out what that overtime amount is, that we could actually be revenue neutral, or with the additional revenue we could bring in, we might even be a little bit revenue positive.
Now, some of that new revenue comes from changes at the state level that will allow the department to bring in some more money by doing things like serving papers. And county leaders hope that that could bring in about $700,000 of new revenue to offset some of the costs. Now, we should note, of course, that these budgets are far from final. They still have a couple of weeks to sort everything out and finalize it. In the studio, Patrick Roth, WSBT 22 News.